The alarm goes off. It's 5 a.m. and immediately the trial begins. The prosecution, your weakness, your emotion, stands up. Your Honor, we are too tired. It's cold. The bed is comfortable. We can just go tomorrow. Your mind is a courtroom in chaos, and every single day you are losing the case. Your entire system of operation is based on debate, and in a debate with your own weakness, the most irrational, short-sighted voice always wins. This is why you are inconsistent. This is why you are stuck. You have forgotten who you are. You are not the lawyer, you are not the defendant, you are the judge. The problem is clear. Your courtroom has no order. Your mind has no authority. We are ending the chaos today. We are replacing the failed system of motivation with the ironclad logic of jurisprudence. This isn't about feeling hyped. This is about restoring the rule of law. The new protocol is simple. You stop debating. You start decreeing. A judge does not argue with the lawyer. He does not negotiate with the criminal. He does not poll the gallery for their feelings. He consults the code. He silences the noise. And he issues a ruling. That ruling is final. It is non-negotiable. This framework will rebuild your mind from the bench up. It is a three-part legal system. First, the immutable code. Second, the rules of order. Third, the final decree. This is how you replace emotional chaos with logical execution. This is how you take back control. The court is now in session. The first law of the forge is non-negotiable. A judge cannot rule without a book. He cannot pass sentence based on his mood. He is a servant of the law, the written code. Your emotions are running rampant in your mind because you have no code. You are a judge in a lawless land. Of course it's chaos. Your first duty, before you ever step foot in the gym again, is to write the law. This is your protocol. This is your training plan. It is not a suggestion. It is not a hope. It is Article 1 of your personal constitution. Write the law. It must be written down, pen to paper, in a notebook, in an app. It must be external to your mind. Why? Because your mind is the contaminated, chaotic courtroom. The law must exist outside the debate, pure and objective. Your plan: Monday, squat, 5 sets of 5 reps. Bench press, 5 sets of 5 reps. That is not a maybe. That is Statute 1A. When you wake up on Monday, and the prosecuting attorney, your fatigue, stands up and says, "Your Honor, I submit that we are tired. I motion to rest." You do not debate him. You do not argue the merits of his case. You simply open the book. You read the code. The law says Monday is squat day. Your motion is denied. Your feelings are irrelevant. The law is the law. This is the ultimate mental leverage. You are outsourcing your discipline to an objective system. The system is the judge's bench. It elevates you above the noise, above the debate. This is how you run your career. You don't feel like running payroll. You don't get motivated to file your reports. You follow the code of the business. You execute the system. Your entire professional life depends on this logic. Why would you run the most important asset, you, with any less precision? Your feelings are not the judge. They are just noise from the gallery. The code is the judge. Your protocol is the ultimate authority. You must create it, and you must respect it. This is the first step. You cannot enforce a law that does not exist. You cannot pass sentence in a courtroom without a legal code. Make it real. You've just accepted the foundation of all order. You have your legal code. If you are ready to enforce this code, to bring order to the court, then seal this pact. Hit the like button. It's not a click. It is your signature, ratifying your new constitution. You have the law, but the law is useless if the courtroom is in chaos. You walk into the gym, the code is in your hand, but the debate restarts. The prosecution is back, louder this time. This is too heavy. That last set was enough. Let's check the phone. Let's rest for 5 more minutes, Your Honor. The gallery is loud. The lawyers are shouting over each other. The second part of this logical framework is establishing order in the court. A judge's power is not just in his book. It is in his gavel. It is his power to silence the debate, silence the noise. This is the practice of focus. This is the stoic part of the operator. The law says 5 sets of 5. when your mind starts the debate after set 3? That was pretty good, Your Honor. The prosecution rests. You do not engage. You do not argue. You hit the gavel. Objection. Irrelevant. You overrule the emotion. This is a skill. You are training your mind to be the judge, not the lawyer. The lawyer's job is to argue. The lawyer wants the debate. The judge's job is to listen and then discard 99% of what is said, based only on the law. Your feelings are just arguments. They are not evidence. The only evidence is the law, your plan, and the execution, the rep you are about to do. This is the transfer. In that high-stakes negotiation, when your pulse quickens and your emotions tell you to get defensive, you hit the gavel. Irrelevant. You silence the internal noise. You focus on the logic of the situation. You become the calmest, most powerful person in the room. Why? Because you are the only one not debating. You are the one judging. This power is forged under the bar. When you are in the middle of a set, that is your courtroom. You are on the bench. Hold the court. No phones, no distracted looking around, no internal debate. Just you, the law, and the iron. This is your sacred space. This is where you practice the art of the gavel. This is where you learn to tell the loudest, most convincing lawyer in the world, your own emotion, to sit down and shut up. You have the law, the protocol. You have the gavel, the focus. You have silenced the courtroom. Now comes the final act of power. The judge does not just silence the debate, he ends it. He issues a decree, a sentence, and that sentence is execution. This third part of the framework is the unbreakable decree. A decree is not a maybe, it's not a hope or a wish. It is a binding order from the highest authority. When the law says 5 sets of 5, and you have silenced the debate, your action is the decree. The set is not done when you are tired. The set is not done when you are bored. The set is done when the law says it is done. The sentence is 5 reps. You execute the sentence. This changes the entire logic of your workout. You are no longer trying to finish. You are decreeing that it is finished. This is a profound mental shift. An amateur negotiates with the weight. A master sentences it. This is the difference between "I hope I get this lift" and "I have decreed this rep will be completed." This is your power. You are the ultimate authority in your own mind. You are not just the judge. You are the executioner of your own decree. Enforce your own law. When you leave the gym, that decree extends to your entire life. Your life becomes a series of decrees, not debates. I will make that sales call. That is the decree. The fear of rejection is just a lawyer. You hit the gavel, you execute the call. I will finish this project. That is the decree. The feeling of procrastination is just a loudmouth attorney. You silence him. You enforce the decree. You build a reputation with yourself. You become a man whose word is law. A man who, when he decrees a thing, it is done. This power, this absolute integrity, is not born in a boardroom. It is forged right here, in the gym, with one single rep decree and execute. This is the framework. This is the new logic. You stop being the victim of the chaotic courtroom in your mind, and you become the judge. 1. The law. You write the protocol, an objective external code that is not up for debate. 2. The gavel. You silence the internal noise. You overrule the irrelevant arguments of emotion. 3. The decree. You execute the sentence. Your action is final. Law, order, execution. This is how you build a physique. This is how you build an empire. The debate is over. The era of negotiation is over. Your feelings have been overruled. If you are ready to take the bench to enforce the law, then subscribe to this channel. This is your new jurisdiction. This is where you learn the code. And for your final binding act at your first decree, comment below, "Court adjourned." It is your signal that the debate is finished. The ruling is final. Now, shut this off. The law is written. Go issue the decree.